Now, entertainers like these are just one of the groups that have been studied in this new area of science. The study showed that if you took a group of people and over 3 months taught them how to juggle, the visual areas of their brain, so back here, the ones that were involved in following where the balls go, actually changed in just 3 months. The study showed that when we learn new skills, what we're doing is changing the physical structure of our brains. And the more we practice, the more the brain changes, which is why we keep on getting better at the skill. This process is called neuroplasticity. And you can keep on changing a brain throughout your entire adult life.
So I'm going to give you one ball.
One ball, thank you.
Down, up.
I can't even catch very well then.
Your elbows by your
Look at
side.
me.
1 point here and another point here. You want to focus on. And then I'm going to give you another one now. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2.
No, now you've passed that one over.
Even the film crew's laughing at me.
So
My director's laughing at me.
Everyone laughs at a beginner. Up,
I don't feel
up,
very good
down,
at this.
down.
It really is difficult.
Try starting with that hand now.
It's really hard. You know, I'm not sure I've changed any of my brain yet, but these guys all have. The idea that physical changes happen in your brain when you're learning a new skill is something that is fairly well established now. But what few people have looked at is whether physical changes happen in your brain by thought alone, by something like meditation. But that work's just starting. I was on the final leg of my journey and about to meet up with someone who was trying to find out if meditation might actually change the physical structure of our brains. At the Massachusetts General Hospital in Boston, Dr. Sarah Lazar is conducting one of the first experiments in this area. She studied a group of ordinary, healthy people who practiced a form of meditation which focuses on the breath.
These were not monks, so they're not people taking vows. And I think that's a really important part of the study, is that these are people who, they're everyday people. Yeah, there was a chef, a computer programmer, a doctor, a lawyer, and they're just people who sit and meditate for 35, 45 minutes a day.
She looked at their brains with a machine called an MRI scanner and compared their structure to the brains of people who'd never meditated. In particular, she focused on the outer layer of the brain, the cortex, where most of the processing of thoughts and emotions takes place. She was looking for any structural differences between the two groups.
We saw come up on the computer screen, it was beautiful. Yeah, just these bright yellow splotches, and it was, woohoo, it was great. It was wonderful.
What Dr. Lazar had discovered was that certain parts of the cortex in the brains of the meditators were structurally different to the brains of those who'd never meditated.
This is a very, very small difference, and we're finding 0.1 to 0.2 millimeters difference between the two groups.
0.1 to 0.2 millimeters difference. Wow.
So that's pretty significant, and yeah, when we do the statistics, it's statistically significant.
One of the areas that was different was the insula, which, amongst other things, processes emotions.
Next slide. These are our actual. It's involved in awareness of internal sensations, such as hunger and thirst, but also your emotions, so anger and disgust and happiness.
It seemed the longer the subject had been meditating, the thicker this part of the brain was.
That really suggests that also that the more you sit, the thicker it gets, and that basically every minute of meditation counts in some regard.
To me, this was fascinating. Mathieu, Professor Williams, Dr. Davison had all told me that meditation could affect your emotions. And here, Dr. Lazar believes that she's found an area in the brain involved in processing emotions that was thicker the longer someone meditated.
It suggests that just the act of thinking, of focusing your attention on your breath, has the ability to have these huge pronounced effects on brain structure. The idea is that just through thought, you can change your brain.
Of course, it's too early to draw big conclusions, and I've only seen 2 studies, but it's been an inspiring end to my journey. What I've learned is that meditation might be able to change our brains and the kind of person we are. These may be extraordinary ideas, and of course, they could lead nowhere, but mainstream neuroscientists are starting to take them seriously.
In my own life, one of the most important things I've learned is if I can manage to sit still just for half an hour a day and calm my mind and breathe properly, it just helps me with everything. It helps me think better, it helps me feel happier, see things in perspective, even love better. But that's just my experience. It's anecdotal. If science and society are going to be convinced, they need hard evidence. But that's what makes the work that I've seen so exciting. If evidence is found that meditation can help us all to think better, to be happier, and to be more compassionate, that would be amazing.